Be
Okay, well then
ready.
you go. All right, no, I guess I'll go.
Liana said it's time, which means it's time. I'm Molly Wood. Welcome back to Make Me Smart, where we make today make sense. You would think you would be ready, you guys. You would think.
you would think, but
it happens every day. It happens every day.
Right
still
about
not.
this time. Right about this time. It's a little embarrassing. All right, I'm Kai Ryssdal. It's Happy Hour Friday, or as we like to call it around here, Economics on Tap. And we have dogs with tennis balls in their mouths if you hear grumbling and groaning and tags jangling. So that's where we are. That's where we are.
Jags tangling. Stop. That's right. Economics on Tap. I'm having to just keep it simple today because, as I mentioned at the stove, I had a lot of plans today. Those plans included such things as showers and making fancy cocktails and maybe even putting the dishes away. I don't know what I was thinking. It was just all meetings all day long. So I'm keeping it simple with tequila on ice. But I went to Solvang recently on a drive up the coast after spring break and got these cute Danish rolly glasses. So I feel that the cuteness of my rolly glass is making up for the, simplicity of my drink.
Yeah.
Although nothing wrong with a little simplicity.
No. I'm drinking a beer that came to us came to me from WFAE 90.7 in Charlotte, North Carolina, from Divine Barrel Brewing. I did an event for them last night, and they sent me beer as thank you, and thank you. So there we go.
They really get you.
It's called Clear Signal, which is kind of funny. Oh, you can't even see that. God.
Oh, there's a radio on it.
Get it? Clear Signal, co-branding.
I get it. Wow.
Yeah, there you go.
Do they have white label beer at that radio station?
What do you mean white label beer?
Like, where.
Oh, you mean like generic beer? No.
Yeah.
It's just, no.
And then they put their own.
No, it's just beer.
Radio label on it?
Basically. Right.
Yeah, white label. That's what that is. We're going to do a story about it. Let's see. I am looking to see. We've got Flux. My homie Flux is having a Herradura Reposado, which is excellent. King Su Double India Pale Ale. The beer is getting complicated. So really Folkin' Happy IPA from Funky Bow in Lyman, Maine.
That's a good one.
Showing off.
That's a good one.
Just showing off.
No joke.
Steven, Elijah Craig Bourbon on lemon with lemon, basil, rosemary, simple syrup.
Oh, look at
dang.
Rev Rebecca, Knob Creek Bourbon and ginger beer. Interesting combination.
Oh, that's the best. I had that a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
That's the jam. Yeah. Bourbon and ginger.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I guess we could stop talking about drinks.
Shall we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Whew, what a week. Okay.
I'll go first because yours seem on the lighter side. If I could just, editorialize for a moment.
I couldn't even. So yes, please feel free.
If you don't have it. All right. So I want to point out what I think is the first real faux pas by the Biden administration. And I think it's important to note. So this morning word came that the Biden administration was not, after the president having promised to, the word came that the Biden administration was not going to raise the extremely low cap on refugees being admitted to this country that the Trump administration had put in. Down to 15,000 is where President Trump took it from well over six figures, 125, 150-ish thousand in the prior administration before Trump. And as you might imagine, the left of the Democratic Party went bananas. They went crazy pants. They just took off after the president like you ain't seen nothing. And sure enough, after getting beaten up and whacked around for about 6 or 8 hours, late this afternoon comes word from the White House that says, oh, yes, no, sorry, we're gonna revisit this and we're gonna come back to you in May with a number. And I mention this not because it's straight up our alley or any of that, but because it's really an indicator of two things. Number one, the first misstep by the Biden administration, which I think is important to note, just for the record. And number two, how really tenuous his hold on congressional ability to pass his legislation is, which is going to come into play with the American Families Plan and the Infrastructure Act and all that stuff. And we should pay attention to that because it's really interesting.
Are you suggesting that the tenuousness is what makes him vulnerable to, that's why he may have to back down, right? So that he gets this big blowback and has to, absolutely.
For sure. Yep. No question about it.
Yeah, I had read some kind of article months and months ago that essentially said, it might have been like reason.com. I could imagine it being a libertarian site like that. And I remember it, and it said something along the lines of don't kid yourselves, the Biden administration is likely to quietly benefit from some of these immigration restrictions that they will just conveniently not overturn. In this case, even though they announced this really shockingly low cap, and sort of said it wasn't supposed to be final. It was notable, though, that some of the specific restrictions that were on African and majority Muslim countries were loosened.
Right. They're reallocated. That is absolutely true. That's absolutely true.
But yeah.
But yeah,
in a time of
and I
pandemic and climate change induced immigration and all of the reasons that people are immigrating, it's would be and should remain a pretty surprising decision, keeping that cap at 15,000.
Yeah, it was a notable misstep, and I think we're kind of obliged to point that out. And that is my news for this Friday afternoon, 2021.
Yep.
Boom.
Definitely.
That's what I got.
Wasn't even it. Yeah.
All right.
Is misstep the word here? No, I'm stuck on that word. But I'm going to move on.
You know, they stepped in it, one could say.
Yes, exactly. It was a slightly, I don't know. Next.
Okay, the next is you, because this is all I got.
This is apparently already. I don't actually even really mean this to be a make me smile. It is the fact that I am fascinated by, because we're not doing make me smile because it's Friday and we're going to play half full, half empty. But
we got better stuff. Yeah.
I just think it is amazing how many different ways we are being reminded in this country that we just don't make stuff and apparently don't grow stuff. And one of the reasons, one of the things that we don't grow is the plant out of which tapioca is made, the starch that used to
why we don't grow that plant? We don't grow that plant. Sorry, very minor rant coming here. Very minor rant. You know why we don't grow it? Because tapioca is gross, and boba balls in any kind of beverage, which is where you're going with this, and I apologize for front running you here. Boba balls are like snot balls. Okay, go ahead.
I'm just reading from our Slack quote. And if Kai says he doesn't care for boba, I am not coming into work on Monday.
No, seriously? Wait,
did you not look at the Slack before the show? It's right there in the Slack. It was in the Slack as of 3:25
Donna in all caps. I knew this was coming.
Donna quit.
God.
Donna Tam just quit.
Oh my God. Boba, it's like little snot balls in an otherwise pleasant beverage. What are you kidding? Are you please?
If you had just read the Slack, you would know. You would know not to say the thing about the snot. Apparently, cassava root is what is used to make tapioca. Those supplies primarily come from Thailand and islands in the Pacific Ocean. But I read on Twitter that those are invasive species in Thailand and the Pacific Ocean. So in theory, we could be growing them, especially considering the fact that boba, despite the opinions of some people on the live stream, is quite popular with many people here in the United States, including me, my son. In fact, this was in our newsletter. Erica Phillips says, it's been nice working with you, Donna. Now we got to have a whole going away party for Donna. It's like a whole, the show has been utterly hijacked. You were warned. You were warned, Ryssdal.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah. My son loves it so much that he is the one who, in a panic, sent me this New York Times article and was like, no, boba.
Oh, God.
People are freaking out. And I just think it is another supply chain story. I mean, it's almost its own weird follow-up because it's a whole supply chain story and just this kind of fascinating development where there are little monopolies for each things, whether those things are, semiconductors or cassava root. I think also it's because of the ship backup.
Yeah.
It's because of the cargo ship traffic jam, which is just absolutely amazing. And so anxious boba store owners are scrounging for tapioca anywhere they can, according to the New York Times. Aaron Chan, the owner of TThe Hut, a boba store with 3 locations in the Bay Area, says, if you don't have boba, they don't want the tea. They just leave.
So a couple of things. I'm scrolling through the comments in the live stream, and I am not in. I'm going to just jump out on a limb here and say it's split 50-50. There are some who support me and some who support Donna. I don't know who's doing the marketplace comments on the live stream today, but this one that says Kai doesn't speak for 8 p.m. By the way, I do now. I do now. I do now.
Flex Lab says, who knew supply chain risk management would be the job in 2021? Pumpkin spice boba. That's gross. Come on, that's gross.
Oh my God.
Man, milk tea with boba. It's just so good. Anyway, it's got it. This story has all of the elements of everything that we like to talk about, including, I think, the rant that we all knew was coming, because somehow it was really inevitable that Kai was.
Have I ranted about boba before? How did we know this was coming?
No, you just
did Donna just know?
We can just
tell.
That's
so funny.
You just seem like that kind of guy.
At 3:25, Donna puts in the Slack, if Kai says he doesn't care for boba, I'm not coming into work on Monday. How did she know? I guess she's a good producer. That's how she knew. I just knew. There you go.
And then finally, before we go, I really truly thought that the Defense Department had leaked video of what appeared to be UFOs in order to demonstrate that we had some like awesome capacity that, like China should be aware of. Like, that's right. We've got, but now the Defense Department has confirmed that leaked photos and video of unidentified aerial phenomena taken in 2019 are indeed legitimate images of unexplained objects. And they were like, yeah, totally. We don't really know. So there you go.
Did you see the SpaceX Elon Musk going to the moon story today?
I did. Yeah. Sorry, Blue Origin.
Yeah. So,
sucks to be you.
So NASA has picked, continuing on the space UFO thing, NASA has picked SpaceX to take America back to the moon, which I think is fascinating, right? It's really, really, I think it's cool and awesome. And we'll see what happens.
Is it?
I think it's cool. Yeah. You don't think it's awesome?
I don't know about America's future in space being in the hands of Elon Musk. And I don't say that for safety reasons. I just say like our increasing privatization of space and space flight means that NASA's mission of science may be compromised over time. And
yes, but that spaceship has sailed, right?
Yeah.
See what I did there? Yeah. Spaceship has sailed.
Yeah, I do. Bravo.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Bravo.
All right.
I'm going to ask Flex Labs what he thinks, actually. I'm looking back at the.
Oh, man.
I mean, it's great. It was a very innovative. Company.
Yeah. Wait.
Okay.
Sorry. Wait. No, one more thing. And Matthew Cowell reminds me here. The Mars helicopter. When is that? Like soon, right?
Yes, I think
we should do a space
I think it's supposed to maybe be today. Multiple people apparently on the Discord are like, I'll produce the show. Damn, Donna, you left and immediately got replaced.
Nice knowing
just
you.
like that.
Nice knowing
Can't be replaced. Cannot be replaced.
Well.
I know it's not solely Elon. I know. And Gwen Shotwell is amazing and a genius.
Yeah, she's crazy good. Yeah.
She's fantastic.
Sure.
And I really actually
take your pick. Yeah.
Yeah. All of that is totally true. And I am in no way am I trying to denigrate. Sure. Yeah. I'm not trying to denigrate SpaceX. Yeah. They've done incredible work. They like rightfully beat out Blue Origin, Amazon, which is like Jeff Bezos is almost like space hobby thing. Like they've demonstrated true capability. I just am kind of sorry to see that not be an area that we actually invest in directly as a country, because
totally fair.
This is why I need to become a space lawyer. Like, it's going to get real complicated in the future.
Space lawyer. Totally fair. All right. Should we move on?
Let's do it. Let's play a game.
All right. That sound you heard was the sting for Half Full, Half Empty. Special co-host coming on the pod today. Ben Tolliday is here. He is in charge for the next 8 to 10 minutes. Ben, go.
Aww,
hey, Kai Molly.
Go crazy, Ben.
Hello, everyone.
Ben,
are you
Ben.
half full or half empty on live stream shopping?
That's from Historian Marketplace. Yeah. Scott Tong did it. What do you think? Live stream shopping. I mean, it's not new, right?
I mean,
the theory.
It's not super new. It's been a huge thing in China, which seems to maybe be making its way here. I have no doubt that this is going to be massive. I'm actually not totally convinced that I myself would not do it if I were watching a live stream.
Really?
And just sort of like seeing somebody try stuff on or hold up the shoes or show them around. Yeah, there was like a documentary. I think we did a story about this with Jennifer Packin. There was a documentary that came out of China that talked about this move toward live and how it's a really powerful sales tool. And dude, yeah, it would be like going to an auction. Like if you were watching somebody live and you thought they were really cool and they were showing you all the neat things. Like if somebody did, I just got a pergola. If somebody did here's how you make your pergola pretty. You get these lights and you get this plant and you get this thing and then this dealie. I'd be like, click, 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 click.
Wow.
I guess that's half full.
All
I guess
right.
I'm half full.
I'm half empty because I don't. That's not me. I'm the anti-Molly.
It is
so
just
many ways, in point of
HSN,
fact.
yes, but it's real time, and it could be like on the. You just be like click buy. I mean, trouble.
What could possibly go wrong? What could
It's a
possibly go wrong?
disaster. As Donna
Okay,
Tam,
all
our
right.
outgoing senior producer, points out, Molly's wallet will be half empty though.
Ben, go.
Half full or half empty on Zoom towns.
Oh, another story from Marketplace. So these are the towns in rural America, excuse me, up in the mountains sometimes, or some beautiful pastoral place where everybody from the cities is going, and so they can work remotely, right? Because pandemic, but it's bringing traffic and clogged internet and all kinds of stuff. Great story from Matt Levin on Marketplace this week. I pity the people actually in Zoomtown, so I'm kind of half empty on them. Truly.
Yeah, I'm a little half empty on it too. My dad in Montana has been complaining about it. I think I said early in the
Is that
pandemic,
right?
like people were buying, houses in Montana sight unseen. I also don't particularly think it's going to last. Like it seemed like a good idea for a lot of them at the time. They're going to get there and there's going to be more traffic than they thought, less boba.
Yep.
and not the sort of like air travel that they're used to. And then everybody else will go back to work and they'll have FOMA. I'm not entirely sure, much like a boomtown would, I'm sure that there will be a bust.
I think that's exactly right.
Half empty.
Please
Next.
continue.
Companies against Georgia voting laws.
Oh, very big deal.
Interesting.
So I think it's getting really interesting. Look, I'm half full on those. I think it's really important for corporations to be citizens, and by citizens I mean responsible citizens who advocate for full democratic rights for all. And I think that's completely relevant and appropriate. Yeah,
I think it makes. I am half full on it as a thing that I believe is going to continue, and it is. I should be clear that I think it's driven by capitalism. Like, I don't think this is a total awakening of CEOs. It's because they see which way the consumer winds are blowing, and the consumer winds are blowing in the direction of of net positive social impact, frankly. And I think that's notable to us I actually think what's notable to us is that, like, yes, we have two political parties, but we have a lot more businesses increasingly saying, we're with this one. And I think that's certainly notable at a minimum. So I'm half full on the trend continuing because that's where the shoppers are.
Totally agree.
Retail surge.
Retail surge. Retail sales were up 9.8%. Molly, you did the show yesterday. You know this. Discuss.
I did.
Yes.
and I actually, I talked to Marielle Segura about it because that was the story she brought to Make Me Smart in your absence.
Right.
And I was like, oh yeah, everything they're listing right now as a retail trend is a thing that I want to do. Manicure. Yeah, for sure. New clothes. Absolutely. Skincare. Yeah. Oh yeah. Bring it on. Like some outdoor gear so that I can go, camping. For sure. Click, 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 click.
Yeah.
Half empty wallet,
totally.
half full retail.
Yeah. It's it's the pent up demand and the boom in this economy that's going to come in the next 3 to 6 months. And thank
just
goodness for that. I think we're all ready for it.
Just make it local. Try to shop local. There's such an opportunity here. There's such an opportunity with a return to retail and all of these local stores that have figured out how to come online or are doing pop-up shops or, have just been waiting to open. It would just be kind of a tragedy. I know I'm advocating, but it would just be kind of a tragedy if all of that pent up demand ended up on Amazon.
Yeah. Yeah.
So shop local.
Fair enough.
Anything else?
Ben, do we have one more or what?
We have?
Half full or half empty on Dogecoin?
Oh my goodness. What?
So Dogecoin is just kind of a, random cryptocurrency that someone I believe created because they were like, it would be funny to name it Doge, like the meme about dogs, basically. It is surging right now. It's like a meme stock. It essentially is a joke cryptocurrency that as a result of becoming a meme stock, because the internet loves, the only thing second to cats is Doges, it has had 103% rise in the last 24 hours. It has hit a record high. The price of a single Dogecoin surpassed 20 cents for the first time on Thursday. So it's affordable. I'll give it that.
So look, and we talked about Bitcoin the other day, and it was a really cool conversation, and I learned a bunch. But excuse me, but look, if you're a serious cryptocurrency person, are you like pissed off about meme coins and all this stupid stuff making people go, come on, this isn't serious, right?
I don't know. I mean, it depends on what you mean by serious cryptocurrency person. If you're a serious investor, I guess you're fine because you can make some money here. If you fully believe in all of the potential for decentralized currencies, then you're like, great, bring it on. Stephen Beyond reports that Doge is at 38 cents right now, is how outdated my 12 hours ago reporting is.
But if you are an advocate for cryptocurrencies, broadly speaking, and you want to see them introduced as means of transactions, and then something stupid like this happens, aren't you just like, you're killing us, man? No?
I don't know. I think I'm with Sean Dunn in the YouTube chat right now, who says if it gets more publicity for crypto, then you're all for it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I mean, I hear you. It seems a little ridiculous, but it's all like.
Fair enough.
I don't know. It's all part of the ride at this point. All part of the ride.
It is totally part of the ride. Ben, do we have another one or are we done? What's the what? Oh, well, I guess we're done.
Oh, that's it.
Oh my goodness. All right. So look, that is the end of the game portion of this program. Back next week. But before we go, we do need to pause for just a moment here and say goodbye to Ben Tolliday. And thank you. This was his first and last time hosting Half Full, Half Empty, because it's his last day Marketplace. He is going somewhere else. Greener pastures.
Guys, this is terrible. I'm literally tearing up right now. Ben is the best. Ben is thoughtful and creative and brilliant. He's a great guy. He brings great cheer to everything that he does. And we just have to embarrass him a little bit before he leaves to talk about what a thoughtful person he is, because a bunch of people at Marketplace pitched in to get Ben a goodbye gift. But then he asked if instead we could just donate that money to the LA Downtown Women's Center and the LA Food Bank.
Are you crying? Stop it. Stop it.
I love Ben and I don't care, and I will not be ashamed.
Okay.
With the exception of actually paying Sabri Benishore, who's a master ceramicist, if you didn't know, for a pair of his ceramic
Oh my Lord,
mugs.
yes.
Because he wanted to support his art.
Unbelievably. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
So Ben supported Sabri's art and then had Marketplace mementos, donated his goodbye gift.
Yeah.
And that is all just that's like a tiny little snapshot of why I'm a little weepy.
And that was Ben. And he's moving on.
Ben's
and it's
the
okay.
best.
So, Leanna, hit that button. Get us out of here before Molly cries.
Help.
It's all good. It's all good. I'm going to take this one and we'll swap here.
I have it together.
Make Me Smart is produced and directed by Marissa Cabrera. Tony Wagner is our digital producer. Stephen Beyond does video for us. Also, our social media intern is Emily McCune. Erica Phillips does our newsletters and our Make Me Smart explainers.
Today's program was engineered by Liana Spolacci. Bent Holiday was our co-host, and along with Daniel Ramirez, composed our theme music. We're going to miss you, buddy. Donna Tam is our senior producer, and the executive director of On Demand is Sitar Nieves.
So Ben has this fancy microphone that he bought as an investment. Ben's a true audiophile. He bought as an investment and he rents it out to like recording houses and stuff like that. It's like $1 zillion microphone. He let me do Marketplace on it today. And I thought that was really cool. So if you listen to Marketplace today, see if I sound different. Yeah. It was really cool.
That's what he was talking about. He's like, I brought this thing for Kai to use. And then I'm such a not Ben that I didn't know what it was. And it was amazing.
It was super cool.
Truth be told, I just wanted to use it on my voice right now. So
are you using it right now?
I kid.
Yeah.
Man.
I'm going to miss you guys too. Thanks for the sweet message, Molly. I'm very touched.
Thank you, Ben. Really appreciate it.
You're the best, bud.
Be good.
You are the best.
All right, there we go.